third annual California Black Aviation Association. You guys are on.
Really fine. Like, see that right there? That's
First up, Larry Neipling with his extra 300 is going through the IMAC routines.
That he was in the program, we added schools from Anaheim, Long Beach, and our ABC school district. And Victor took first place as a basic pilot his first year. The students...
That's the real one? Is it toy one, Daddy? No, it's a toy one.
Yeah, he's trying...
Daddy, I want some juice.
They're not open yet for juice, okay?
Well, if it was a pilot, he'd probably fall out by now. Out here, they're in the Compton School District. All you have to do is go to your principal, and if you want to sign up for the program, we can handle you. High school students get 5 units of credit toward college. Yes. Okay, you look like, are you sitting up, Vic? All right, let's give Victor a hand. Any kids? Let's see, you gotta be at least, you wanna try? Let's see, how many hands do they want to fly? How about one student and one adult? One adult. Okay, you come up here, young lady. Who wants to...
CBAA, logo 99, AOPA and stuff like that. And I see you're kind of far out there. You're in Lancaster.
Sure? You want a frisbee? No? That's the first one.
How do you like Lancaster? Oh, you're coming back?
Let's hear it for Sheila.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that sounds better.
Okay, I said okay.
Let's hear it for both the schools.
We even get on video there.
Holy mackerel, I signed the lease.
Good morning. This is the opening of our third annual airfair in the city of Compton with our black aviation pilots coming out and many others. This is going to be a fun day. This early starting. It started at 9 o'clock this morning. As you look around, you see that we have a great turnout from the city of Compton. There was an overcast where we weren't able to get all of our flying units in, but it's my understanding they will be coming in very soon. This is an opportunity for the youth of Compton to have exposure to aviation, and it's imperative that we provide these kind of opportunities for the youth of Compton so that they have exposure and they have other career opportunities. Aviation is certainly a broad field and could provide many jobs for our youth in the city of Compton. Thank you. I'd like you to meet a few of the participants of this air show. This is our third annual aviation air show in the city of Compton. We have with us Monte Buckner, who's the president of the California Black Aviation Association, and also Douglas Hardy, who's also the vice president, and Marcella Thompson, who's the chair of the activities
and fundraiser.
Why don't you give us a little brief description of what you do and why you're here in the city of Compton?
Okay, I'm the president of the California Black Aviation Association. This is our third annual Aviation Awareness Day activity for 1996. And the reason why we're doing this is to give the children and kids in the community, and I'm a kid myself, so they're big and small, opportunity to get to know what aviation is all about. A lot of people think aviation is just a plane and a pilot. But if you look around, we've got avionics over here, we've got a mechanic over here showing the parts of the airplane, we've got model airplanes, we've got a lot of different aspects of aviation presented here, and we want to be able to present that to the kids in the community so they can see that there's more to just being a pilot. If I can't be a pilot, I can be a mechanic. If I can't be a mechanic, I can work in the avionics and electrical and also airframe and power plant and build an airplane. So there are career opportunities in aviation, and we want to be able to get this out to the community so parents know about it and kids in the community know about it, so they can come out and we can share that with them and maybe guide them to a career that they didn't know about.
Absolutely. Marcella.
Well, I think first of all I'd like to thank the city of Compton for allowing us to have this event here for the third time in a row. We have a great turnout, we always do. The kids are very excited about this. The adults are even more excited about this, and this year I think we're going to surpass our expectations. What's the most important thing is that everyone has worked together, and the city of Compton, the county of Los Angeles, our group, and it's been a great effort, and it's really coming through. We're really happy about today. Thank you.
Appreciate being here as well. Douglas? Douglas Hardy.
Yeah, I'm just glad that we could bring a positive environment to Compton, to the Compton area, and also expose Compton and the community into aviation and all the things that are available. A lot of times people don't know that these kind of things are available in the community, and so they kind of go through life, and when they finally figured out that it's there, you know, they wish they had known earlier. And that's being part of the California Black Aviation Association, we're trying to provide that. And I'm glad this is going so well.
We're so glad you're here. We appreciate you coming out, especially for the youth of the city of Compton.
Yes.
Would you like to have a few words? Okay. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy the day.
Mr. Fred Richards, FAA inspector with the Black Aviation Association, as well as LAX. I think he has a story to tell here also, Frank.
Well, top of the day to you folks. My name is Fred Richards out of the LAX FAA office. I'm an air carrier inspector, and I also work with a lot of organizations in the LA area so that youngsters can have a chance to be involved with aviation. There's an opportunity that's there, and all they have to do is come on out. We got Civil Air Patrol every Monday night at Hawthorne Airport where they can learn about aviation. We got Experimental Aircraft Association that's out of Torrance and out of Santa Monica Airport. They take youngsters up on a quarterly basis, free of charge, hamburgers, hot dogs, and a free tour of the museums. We have the Coalition of Black Fellow Employees. They sponsor trips, for instance, a bus trip to the airfair at Point Magoo that's coming up. And it's just a matter of coming on out and enjoying and seeing what it's like to have aviation as a career. It's fun, it's enjoyable, and it's a great way to make a living. Thank you.
Fred, how can the youth of Compton get involved in your programs, the ones that you just mentioned?
The easiest way to do that is to get a hold of me back in my office. And the phone number there is 310-215-2150, and I'll be more than happy to discuss any one of the particular programs that are available. And for those that are also interested in boating, the Power Squadron here in Los Angeles and all the way up and down the coastline are interested in teaching people how to boat safely, and youngsters are available, can go to the class for free. So you can also see that as another opportunity for a career.
Thank you. Would you repeat that telephone number for our community one more time?
I'll be more than happy to. Fred Richards, 310-215-2150.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Dan, the assistant router, is going to pull the first ticket. The last three numbers are the ones I'll be calling. And we'll be having raffles throughout the day. So don't throw your ticket away. Our first number is 613. Number 613. Make yourself known, scream and shout, or I'll take this home with me. Till next year, 613. Great. Our first winner.
Okay, Frank, we have with us Chris Hart, who's with Public Relations and Static Play. He's the gentleman that brought the airplanes in today. Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Well, my name is Chris Hart. I started flying when I was 16 years old, and I've been with the club for about 5 years now. I am responsible for bringing in all of the airplanes, the P-51, which is an airplane that the Tuskegee Airmen flew, as well as the experimental airplanes down the way. Those are all home-built airplanes that individuals built by themselves in their garages. And hopefully everyone will come out, have a good time, see the different aspects of aviation. And we have a home-built helicopter. We have a home-built Long Easy, which is a new high-technology airplane. We've got a European airplane behind me on my left, and Bravo Helicopter out here, who is a black-owned and operated chartered helicopter and flight school service out of Torrance. They have 4 airplanes here.
Frank, thank you so much, and thank you, Chris, for coming out. And I know this is a monumental effort that you put in here, and so we really appreciate it in the city of Compton. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
Flyers that I see.
You can do that. Tom Mays is with the Office of Finance and Administration with
Marco.
And also Myrna is with the Regional Occupational Program, the ROP program. They're going to explain to us a little bit about the Little Brown Aviation Grant that they have available for minority females. in the area of aviation.
Thank you. The Willa Brown Aviation Grant is funded by the state, and it is part of the new School to Work Opportunities effort with school restructuring. And these funds are available to encourage black female aviators, and there are school opportunity, training opportunities, and this is our aviation instructor, Tom Mace. He can tell you a little bit about the program. He's an employee of Camarco, and Camarco Airports and East San Gabriel Valley ROP are one of the 6 state projects that are here recruiting for prospective students to be in the aviation program that extends from high school level all the way into the university at Embry-Riddle and Dowling and Mount San Antonio College in Walnut. Tom, could you tell them about the program?
Sure. Camarco is a company that manages airports here in Los Angeles County and recently now in Riverside County. It's opened its doors to allow prospective students on this grant to come in and do job site training with fixed base operators, and also to receive classroom instruction and on customer service, on aviation technologies, on aviation mechanics, and also for a few individuals that are interested in taking flight training and ground school, there are funds available in the grant to provide that funding on through the private pilot's license.
And we're looking forward to having a class in Compton. We are discussing that now with Mr. Richard Loomis today in providing this class for your residents in this area, for all of those that would be interested in entering the aviation field, because it's such an exciting opportunity in aerospace industry today.
Myrna, if someone is interested in a program such as this, how would they get in touch with you? How would they go about in getting involved in the program?
They could call Tom at Brackett Airport, or they could call myself, East San Gabriel Valley ROP. My number is 818-472-5104, and I'm going to be happy to talk with you any day between 7:30 and 5.
And do you, Tom,
if you wanted to reach me at Camarco Division Headquarters, you can reach me at area code 818-331-4003.
And I would really like to encourage all of the young people in the area to join this, because it's such an exciting opportunity. The funds are there, we want to help, and it is a real connection between the community and business and educators today to help our young people advance in their careers.
See, this is truly aviation awareness, so if you're interested, please call the numbers that were just given out, because this is just such a broad field. So if you're interested, do call those numbers and get in touch with Myrna or Tom. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, great.
Mr. Lafayette and Mrs. Roy and a group of children that came out to enjoy our airfair show today. We'd like to have a few words from you, Mr. Lafayette and Mr. Roy.
Okay. Well, we were invited through our school and having a good time, enjoying some good food.
This is our third. Is this your first?
Yeah, this is our first.
And what about you?
Right, this is our first time coming out here, and I think it's something wonderful to expose our children to, you know, and seeing everybody come together for these type of events. I think it's wonderful, and I'm glad that my children have the opportunity, you know, to get exposed to something like this.
Yeah, so why don't you introduce the children here?
Okay, we're going to introduce my oldest son, Joshua Roy, and then hiding back here is my middle son, Jacob, and the little one, Jordan. And Mr. Lafayette's children.
Courtney Lafayette and Gianna Lafayette.
Very good. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I hope you're having a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to bless this meeting.
That one, this thing right here is itself.
Okay, Frank, we ready? Frank, this is Amber Smith and Brianna Russell. They just passed the aviation simulator survival test that's on display here at the Compton Airport. So, Amber, why don't you tell us how you got the certificate? You have to talk a little louder.
The way I got my certificate was how I had to fly and I had to keep the airplane at least 400 feet above the ground, and had to watch my fuel gauge, and I had to know when to land and when not to land.
So what think about that? Do you think that you would like to be a pilot one day? Could you do that? I think so too. She's definitely, this is our future airline pilot. And hold your certificate up. And let's say congratulations to you, Amber. You did a wonderful job. Amber is a straight A student. And you're in the, what? I'm sorry, you're going to correct me. It's a B, she says B student. Where, and what grade are you in, Amber? Fourth grade. Definitely a future pilot of America. Thank you.
They had a meeting in your...
Oh, at the restaurant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And my father's Dr. Vanoy Thompson.
Oh,
I'm the seventh baby, okay?
You know,
Let's let the community in on what's going on here. This is Mr. Fred Kressel, Councilman Kressel of the 4th District, of course, Marcella.
Hi. You know, this is like old home week for me because this man was very instrumental in actually my upbringing. And before I was even thought of, I'm the 7th child. My parents are wonderful people. They'll be out here today. But he was, my uncle was a mentor to Mr. Kressel.
Yep.
And my cousins and everything, I'm really excited about this. This is really great. I had no idea. Wonderful.
It's very seldom that you are able to meet your hero and participate with your hero. But many of you probably have known Boyd Bowie. He was the one-armed basketball player that played for the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yes.
And he attended the same high school that I did. And he would come back after he became a professional. What a lot of people don't know is this man was so great, he lost his arm in a car accident as a small child. And he was such an athlete that he went on to play high school basketball. Then he went to Tennessee State,
yes.
And he played college basketball and baseball
and tennis.
It was just he was such a person,
yes.
and then he would always come back to Pine Bluff when he was playing with the Trotters.
Yes.
Tatum and Haynes and all of them would hang out at the college. And he would come down and talk to us, and we would actually get out on the floor and play basketball and whatever. But more than anything, he was the kind of person. I remember the gas station that he had on Avalon. Yeah.
I wasn't born yet, but I know all about it. Oh,
and about 3 years ago, a group of people come into my restaurant. And he heard me talking, and he walked up and put the one hand over my eyes. I was sitting down in a chair, and I said, "Who is it?" And he said something like, "You will never believe who it is or never guess." And I reached back to touch him. And I couldn't find the arm, and I said, "I do not believe it. It's Bowie," and he was in my restaurant here in Compton.
My uncle was the only professional athlete to play professional basketball with one arm.
Yeah.
And still to this day, he's holds that record. He was inducted into the Tennessee State Hall of Fame in 1984 for basketball. He broke all kinds of records at Tennessee State, and he also broke the record for tennis in the United States Negro League. And the only reason why he played in the Globetrotters and the Negro Leagues was because it was not integrated at that time.
Right.
And if it had been, my uncle would have been up there with the greats that we have today.
And if you can remember the movie, what was it? Something about. But anyway, the Globetrotters starred in the movie. It was a movie about the Stars, and he was the one-armed basketball player that played himself in the movie. Yes.
Yeah, he passed away this year in April, but he'll always be with me, and we'll always be with him. So this is a wonderful reunion for me.
As a matter of fact, Mrs. Boyd was at the restaurant Sunday.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's really good to see you.
Now this is a nice day.
Yes, thanks.
You see what happens when you come out.
That's right.
Compton,
Enjoy
different
yourself
events.
and community affairs. This is wonderful. Thanks, Compton. Thanks. That's really wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you very much. Here are T-shirts that are offering a number of things here at this Black Aviation display booth. We have here Bernetta Robinson, who's a member of the Black Aviation Association. Bernetta, would you like to have a few words with us and tell us what you're doing here at this booth?
I'm selling all of our T-shirts, and we have our beautiful cans here that we have for sale, and we have our caps here that are for sale today. And it's all for a very good cause to help further education and stuff for children. And thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.
I'm just asking
Frank, this is Professor Ra and Robin Lamar, TWA, Santa Monica, California. And Pat Ra is the wife of Almond Ra, who is a member of the Board of Trustees of the Compton Community College. Would you like to have a few words? Let's start with you, Robin.
Yes, thank you. I'm an aircraft mechanic at TWA, and I also teach at West LA College in their maintenance department. And I'm here today at Compton Air Show, great place, letting women know what's available for them in the world of aviation. It's a big world out there.
Thank you very much. And Ms. Ra.
Yes. I'm over here where I really shouldn't be here today. I should be out there with my husband, who's having tutoring over at Compton College right now for the youth. But I figured that, you know, since I'm a commissioner on the Cultural Commission here in Compton, our beautiful city of Compton, that I need to get over here and see exactly what's going on so that I can report back and possibly see if we can get a museum of different things going on for our city here.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I want to get a shot of this. Women in aviation. Oh, okay. And what is this flyer?
That's a picture of me.
Sure. What are you doing here?
I'm with Women in Aviation. That's what I do for a job. I'm a mechanic. I'm a mechanic. Here,
we're talking about not just flying, but we're talking about repairing. There's so much in education, so much available in the area of aviation. Look at these flyers. Here, she's actually, you see her in there, in these flyers, she's repairing an airplane. What kind of an airplane is this?
That's a L-1011. It's one of what's called the heavy transport airplanes that carry people to London, to Paris. It carries about 350 passengers. The company I work for, TWA, we're still investigating our part as mechanics and what happened in Flight 800.
Right. Okay, so you see? Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. A pleasure. But I can't give you those particular two.
Former councilperson Jane Robbins of the 4th District was also here. It was unfortunate we weren't able to get her on tape, but she was here because she co-sponsored this event in the past, and I just wanted to say thank you, Jane, for coming out. Also, we want to let everyone know that the Cultural Commission will be honoring Jane Robbins and dedicating a portion of the Heritage Square to Jane Robbins in the near future. So do look. We are looking forward to that. It will be announced. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, did you guys get a package?
Yeah, here it is right here.
Okay, we have here with us Officer Gallo and Officer Thornton of the California Highway Patrol. We have a booth here, display. Why don't you give us a few words about what you have on display for us?
Well, basically we have information that's, you know, officer safety and information on bicycle safety or information for kids. Drunk driving signs for kind of deter people from driving under the influence of alcohol, and just general information on you know, traffic safety and things not to do while you're operating a vehicle.
And Officer Thornton?
Yeah, we're just available to answer any questions that maybe can't answer right.
What office are you out of?
We're out of our South Los Angeles office, which is located in Florida.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
The number's on your sheet.
Okay. Hello, we have here with us Mrs. Jackson, who is a supervisor for Josta, which is a new drink of Pepsi-Cola, and they're out here giving out free drinks to the participants and all the visitors here at the Compton Airfair show today, and also Rosanna God. You are what do you do for Josta?
I'm a spokesmodel for Josta.
A spokesmodel for Josta. Why don't you tell us a little bit how all this came out?
Well,
JASTA came about that they wanted to do a promotion for JASTA, which is a new soft drink, and this JASTA has guarana, which is berries from Brazil. It tastes really good, and everybody so far has liked it a lot.
What we did, they ran an ad, and basically the targeted age group that we tried to reach is 15 years of age to 24. So we go around to different events or different venues that have that age group in it. So we do concerts, we do rave parties, we go to the beaches, we do a lot of the colleges, a lot of the football games, home games at different schools and stuff. And most of our spokesmodels are also within that age range. And this program started back in July, so they have been working since July, and it ends on October 13th.
So how long have we had JASTA?
As a drink, it hasn't even been out a year yet.
Is that right? But it is out in the market already. It is out in some convenience stores like 7-Eleven, AM, PM stores.
Very good. Well, we certainly appreciate it. It's warm out here today.
Oh,
we do need the drink. This truck is a wonder. Did you get a shot at this truck?
Beautiful truck, huh?
Beautiful truck. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
That's my promo for that promotion. Thank you.
On your free raffle ticket.
Where you going, Disneyland?
Guys, free raffle ticket, free entry, all these wonderful things to do here.
Are you enjoying yourself? Are you enjoying yourself?
699. 699. Last three numbers.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm part of CBAA, California Black Pilot Association.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Sorry.
You want to fly plane when you grow up? Yes. Right.
000.
I got a brother in the back. Your brother? Tell your brother wave, too.
Both you guys are going to be pilots?
Yeah.
All right. Got to study hard.
They had their first lesson. They were great.
What kind of an airplane?
Small turbo. I'm not sure what number it is. But the owner is right back. Probably he was standing behind at the tail plane. We weren't talking to him.
Okay, you're crowding me. Kids.
Out here.
Thank
Mr. Martin, you don't have a sister that works for the city of...
No, I don't.
Hello, Frank. This is Mr. and Mrs. Martin, long time community members of the city of Compton, community activists. Been very helpful to me as a council person in the 3rd District. Mr. and Mrs. Martin, why don't you have a few words about what's happening here, and I think something else that you'd like to share.
Okay, I'd like to thank you very much for being an operating type of a city council person. When we ask you to do something, some things have finally happened in our community. I want to thank you for the bumps in our street. I want to thank you for having the cars removed in the 500 and 600 block of Caldwell Street that have been parked there for many months. And I don't know whether you're aware or not, but I was going to call you and tell you, my wife wrote the principal of Longfellow School a letter Robert Kennedy School yesterday, and had him to take down the flag that's been just hanging up there for months. You remember it's just hanging there?
Absolutely, yes, very good.
The letter did it. They finally took the flag down. We looked this morning and the flag is down.
Yes, didn't I tell you, truly community activists and watching out for the best interests of the city of Compton. Mrs. Martin, would you like to have a few words? What do you think about this air show here today?
I think it's great, and I wish that more of our young people could come out and see it and really get interested in flying and aviation, because it is just absolutely neat. We really enjoy it.
Did you see our hats? Yes, we have a Beechcraft, and it's moored here on the airport.
It's here?
Yes.
Oh, is it out on display?
No, it's not on display. It's in a hangar up in the old road.
So this is home for you.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
We're here
Is that what an organization is? Beach an organization, or is it privately owned?
No, Beech is the name of a aircraft. It's a Beechcraft. It's a model of aircraft.
That is a model. Okay,
it's
I
like
see.
Cessna and
okay.
And whatever. Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
So we fly in and out of here all the time.
Is that right? Oh, see, my goodness, that I did not know.
This is our home base.
Who flies?
I'm a licensed pilot.
See, you learned something new. I've known Mr. and Mrs. Martin for years, and that I did not know.
Yeah, I'm a licensed airplane pilot.
Very good. So this is you're at home right here.
Yes.
Very good. All right. Okay, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Martin. Okay.
No, we...
Have you ever heard a trick camera? That's what that was. Come here, Josh. Josh, what is your last name?
Taurus.
Taurus and?
Elliot Pitcher.
Elliot Pitcher. These are two young men who are out here enjoying this air show today. What do you think about what's happening here?
I think it's good for the community and what they're doing here at the airport.
Do you think you would ever be interested in aviation or
Yeah.
flying airplanes or repairing airplanes?
Yeah.
Yeah, what field would you like to go into? What are you interested about the aviation field?
The Air Force and the jets. I like.
Oh, all right. What about you?
I like helicopters. My dad works with helicopters.
What does he do? Does he repair them or does he fly them?
He flies them. My dad's Fred Pitcher.
Very good. I didn't know that. Oh, it's nice meeting both of you. Thank you for coming out today.
Yeah.
Okay. And who is this over here?
Liddell.
Liddell and...
I was nothing.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Sam Brown, he is the manager of our singing group, Euphoria, who will be singing our national anthem for us. Mr. Sam Brown. Get ready, because you're in for a real treat. We're really happy that these ladies donated their time for us today. We really appreciate it. We saw their tapes and it was excellent, so we had to have them come on out. Mr. Brown.
I'd like for y'all to stop what you're doing just for a second. We're about to do the national anthem with the pop doo-wop dance group, Euphoria, Raven, Casey, Mickey D, and Max. If you know the words, sing along. If you don't, just wave your hands in the air like you just don't get it.
Okay.
Euphoria.
Oh say, can you see, my don't early light, what's so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the pale windless fight o'er the ramparts we watch, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare among birds bursting in air. Get through the night, they all flare. What's still there, still there, still there, still there. Oh, oh, say that stars can move and let's hear it for Euphoria. Wonderful. Thank you, ladies. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, ladies. At this time, I would like to introduce the president of the California Black Aviation Association, as well as the director of our airfair, my other and better half, Mr. Monty Buckner.
Each and every one of you, children, parents, adults like myself, for coming out and supporting our 3rd annual Aviation Awareness Day. I'm going to have to make it short because I've got a demonstration happening in a few minutes, but I'd like to
give thanks to the City of Compton, the County of Los Angeles, Camargo, my members, all my chairpersons, because there was a lot of work put into this airfair. For the 5 or 6 hours that it's open, it's probably hundreds of hours of hard work. So I'd like to give them, all the individuals that supported us, as well as exhibitors that brought out the aircraft, the vendors, I'd like to give them a hand for making this a very wonderful event. And for those of you, a lot of people asked, were we going to fly kids today? We didn't, because it takes quite a bit of work. The EAA chapter out of Santa Monica, we've got an agreement with them. If you sign up over in their booth, all the kids sign up. We're having a Young Eagles Day program on October 19th, and that'll be the day we'll have planes out, and they'll let you know the time and place where you can come out for a free airplane ride. So we didn't forget about you. We weren't able to do it today, so we scheduled this for another day. So make sure your kids get over there if you want them to get a free airplane ride and sign up. And again, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming out today, and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Buckner. At this time, I have the honor and the privilege to introduce a wonderful council person here in Compton who has been instrumental in helping our organization put on this airfare for you this afternoon. At this time, I would like to introduce councilperson of the City of Compton, Ms. Yvonne Arsenault. Thank you so much.
You know, I'd like to welcome all who came out to participate in the 3rd annual airfair. I didn't realize that you can improve upon grace, but this air show is a little bit better. Each year it gets a little bit better. To quote what President Buckner said, he said that when you tell a child about something, it's one thing, but when you allow them to touch it and feel it, it becomes a reality. So I want to thank everyone who came out, all the volunteers. There's so many out here today. Thank you for coming out and putting on this airfair. Also, we have here Councilman Tressel. Mr. Tressel, would you come up, please?
I would just like to say that I really, when I look over this crowd, I really feel good. Because I see a lot of young people, and they have the chance to walk up and touch and look at the planes and understand a little bit about what they see when they see planes flying over. I am a product of the aircraft spacecraft industry, and I know what it means to bring in young people to take the place of some of the older people nowadays. And the way you do that is by staging events such as this. So I too would like to thank the California Black Aviation Association and all the people that participate and work with them, also the County of Los Angeles. And I look forward to next year making it bigger and better. Thank you.
Also, Councilman Tressel, we have a presentation to make. Is the President of the California Black Association, Mr. Buckner, available? Of your outstanding contribution to the youth of our community by promoting Compton's 3rd annual Aviation Awareness Day. This is presented September 28, 1926, on behalf of the citizens of Compton. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's give them a big hand.
Come on up, Terry. Pilot and trained. She'll be a pilot shortly. And our treasurer, our money man, Mr. Larry McIntyre. Thank you so much. And I would also like to introduce the director of our public relations, as well as the wonderful job he did today with the static display aircraft, Mr. Chris Hart. Thank you very much. And I'll introduce myself. I am the administrator of the councilperson, Martine Shaw. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate the support. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you, Marcel. I just want to basically thank everybody for being here and thank the Black Aviators for putting this on. You know, I'm one of those that have, I think this is my 3rd or 4th time here, and I'm always happy to see the airplanes and children. And we have classes over in those hangars. At least I thought the Compton Unified School District should still have classes over there. I'm happy to see all the people in uniforms, and I'm looking for my ride. Am I going to go up in the helicopter today? Yeah, okay. But I want everybody to have a good time, and we'll be doing it again next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have you staying for the glider.
And last but not least, her continued support to our organization and our airfare. Without her support, it wouldn't be as a success as it is today, and I really appreciate your support and your help. Thank you to her and Mr. Rory Kaufman, her deputy. Thank you. I just want everybody to know that we're happy to come out. Don't leave yet. We'll be here till 4 o'clock. I've got more things to raffle off. Come inside the administration building to meet the Tuskegee Airmen, fly a flight simulator, and enjoy yourself for the day. We're really happy to hang out. We have wonderful food vendors over here. Sari's African food, the Louisiana Catfish Man. We have Pepsi Cola here giving out free sodas. This is our booth. Our t-shirts are $10, caps $10, pins $5. Thank you for your support, and have a really great day.
This is Jawan. This is Howard Caldwell's grandson. He'll be 1 year old soon.
Yes.
Miss Shaw won't share it.
No, I'm not going to share it.
I like baby.
Young and old, don't forget, if you want to
St. Cyr.
From World War I is here to play for us today. Mr. St. Cyr, please come to the podium.
The last bugle from World War I. The last bugle from World War I.
Dr. Fred Hummel. He is the last bugler. Hummer. The last bugler from World War I, and he's 96 years young. Mr. Hummel, would you have a few words with us, please?
Just call me Fred for short.
Fred for short. Can we have a few words with you? I am such an honor to meet you.
Thank you.
Yes. Tell us about...
Pleasure to be here. Honor and pleasure to be here with you.
Oh, my.
And what are you going to do today for him? Here, would you hold my hand?
What are you going to do today for us?
Let me show you right now. Blow my brains out.
You're going to blow your brains out. Let us see what it is he's going to be blowing.
This is an authentic World War I bugle. So see how little it is? It's very hard to blow. This is older than you were.
Oh, boy, that is
older.
amazing.
1916.
He's going to blow this bugle today, and for us, for entertainment. What time are we going to get him on video?
Well, we're supposed to meet the saint, and he's going to tell us what to do, but I don't know where the saint is.
Okay, and what is your name, sir? Would you please introduce yourself?
My name is Sid Homer. I'm the owner of Indian Springs Ranch. It's an Indian ranch up here in the mountains. It's a historic ranch, 107 years old, and we do shows up there for minority kids and all that educational thing. And Fred came up and helped us do a benefit show last year for hospitalized veterans. He was one of the stars of the show. So we're old buddies here.
Oh, boy, we're certainly honored to have you here today.
Thank you.
Mrs. Shaw, did you want to...
We're glad to be here.
You know who's angry with me? Who's angry with you?
The Undertaker.
The Undertaker?
Yeah. Losing money while I'm around. He's still alive.
You got a lot of years left. I can see that.
Yeah, he's got a good sense of humor.
Yes.
Well, now we better find the saint. He said be there
We're
before
going to hear him
1.
blow this bugle at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, Fred.
Oh,
And we'd like to do it soon because we don't want him to get...
Okay, you want to start it now? Do you want to blow now?
Well, let's see the saint first. I think he wanted to do something.
Okay.
The skydiver. The skydiver.
Okay.
He has a booth here somewhere.
Let me have him come up here.
Let's put him in the shade first.
Okay, he's not here.
Here with the Tuskegee Airmen, and we'd like to make some introductions at this time. Why don't we start with you, Mr.
Hi. I am Bill Ellis, Tuskegee Airman, class of 43G. That was July 28, 1943. I am a fighter pilot. I also had experience flying B-25.
Hi, I'm Andrew Wallace. I'm from Los Angeles.
I'm also a Tuskegee Airman, class of 46B. My class flew the B-25.
Ed Brantley, crew chief B-25s. What year did you graduate, Miss? I did. You didn't? No. They just let you fly. They just let me fly.
Hi, I'm Oliver Goodall, Public Information Officer for the Los Angeles chapter of Tuskegee Airmen. I graduated 44K and a B-25 pilot and a B-47 pilot. And we are very happy to be here today.
We're honored to have you here too. For the benefit of the community, who is the spokesperson? Tell us a little bit about the Tuskegee Airmen. Mr. Ellis.
Senior. I always get taxed with this job, so you know,
You're the
nailed with it.
You're the person.
The
You're the right
Tuskegee
one.
Airmen are called Tuskegee Airmen because Tuskegee, Alabama is the city close to which the flying school was built. And it was called Tuskegee Army Flying School. It was in the Southeast Training Command. It's about 42 miles from, or east, roughly east of Montgomery. Tuskegee was a good school. We graduated 992 pilots. 58 of those people, as far as we've been able to determine, were from the Army. They were the Army observation pilot. So you subtract 58 from 992 and you have the number of us. And of course we went overseas. The 99th went to North Africa first. The 99th was assigned ground duty, basically. When I say ground strafing and shooting up trains and airfields and things like so. They only had one aero victory, so an attempt was made by the command to send the 99th home as ineffective combat pilot. We were at that time being staged in the 332nd. Keep the 332nd stateside, the 477th, which was just being formed on paper, really. Just forget about them. Well, it so happens that Anzio came along. The 99th, as part of the 12th Air Force, had to move along with him, even though this recommendation from the commander had gone all the way through to the president. And over Anzio, the 99th shot down 17 enemy airplanes, which is something nobody else did. And so our friends over here in Congress and otherwise said, well, what do you mean these kids can't fly? All you have to do is turn them loose. So the 332nd went overseas, and in 206 missions, we never lost a bomber with a protector. The B-25s never had a chance to go overseas, although it was a very effective group. They had the best training record in the history of the United States Air Force. And incidentally, the Black Air Force, as we were called, had the highest average IQ in the history of the United States military. That means West Point, Annapolis. Of course, the Air Force Academy wasn't in existence, but it would mean them also in all the schools where they teach military things. They had just never seen anything like this. They even said we didn't have coordination, which just shows you the type of things they will say to try to keep you out. But we give Mrs. Roosevelt tremendous amounts of credit for having forced our acceptance, and of course A. Philip Randolph told President Roosevelt that he would put 100,000 black protesters in the streets of Washington, D.C. if he did not include those kids in the program. And of course, one of the fellows, Ned Yancey Williams, sued with the NAACP for admittance to the Air Force. Judge William H. Hastie, who was Dean of Howard University, was selected as the special representative, when they called him a special assistant to the Secretary of War to sort of shepherd this program when it finally was opened up. Judge Hastie thought that we would be integrated, and when he found out they had lied to him, he quit. And of course, this caused quite a brouhaha. But nevertheless, we did go through. We were quite successful. We always thought that, or knew rather, that we were better than some and as good as most. But when the records were told, we found out that we were better than most and equal to any. So we had to take our hats off to no one.
Would you just tell tell the audience a little bit about the equipment that when you was going to school, what kind of equipment did you have? What kind of airplanes was you flying?
When we went in school, there are 4 stages to developing a military pilot. There's a primary stage in which you fly a plane similar to the biplanes, the 2-wing planes you see flying around here. And you're taught by civilians. This was the way it was during World War II. Civilians taught the military to fly. Then they were certified to the military as being able to take on the more complicated airplanes, which is what happened. Then we went into a ship called the BT, which was a BT-13. This was a basic trainer, and from there you went into the advanced stage, which was the advanced trainer, and that's the AT-6 of the Navy SNJ, and you see some of those flying around now. After you graduated, then you were transitioned into the type of combat airplane that you were going to fly, or similar to the ones you were going to fly. In my case, we transitioned into the P-40, which at that time was the top United States fighter. The F-47 and the P-51 came along late, and of course, we also flew the P-39.
Mrs. Shaw, would you like to have a few words here? First, I want to thank them for being here again. I was with them the last time I was here, last year? Last year. And some of their heroes was also friends of my husband, Chappie James and others. But I just want to relate that the things that he was saying, I can attest that it's true. Because the Tuskegee Airmen, Philip Randolph Hearst and also Mary McLeod Bethune, who was a good friend of Eleanor Roosevelt, told her about the flight, and Eleanor Roosevelt went and insisted on a black pilot flying her. But it was all segregated. It was many games pulled on the Tuskegee Airmen. Even when they were overseas, they were changing times, pretending they couldn't do this right and that right. So these gentlemen have came through a whole lot. And all the young people here, you need to listen to their stories. You need to read your history. You need to be proud of the work that they did. You need to be proud of the grounds that they set. And there are many young black pilots today is out here in the mainstream doing wonderful work because of work that these gentlemen here have done. And I tell you, I feel real good standing with them here again. And the Army people he's talking about, I do want you to know career Army right here from Korean War. A little before my time, but not that much, okay?
I wanted to say that. I wanted to know Mrs. Shaw as a retiree of the...
I didn't retire from the Army, but I'm a old Army sergeant, okay?
An old Army sergeant. Okay. During what era, Ms. Shaw?
And the Korean conflict. Right.
That was just a little after.
A little after.
So they were contiguous, you understand. You finish one and you go right into the next one, which is 2. But it was a lot of fun. Of course, right now we have dedicated the Tuskegee Airmen Incorporated, which is our parent organization. We have 38 chapters throughout the world, one in Japan, one in Germany, and the other in the United States, principally the major cities. 7 of these chapters are active duty chapters, that is, on the various bases or military installations somewhere in the country, and as are the overseas chapters, naturally, they're on military bases. We have a couple of books several books been published by our people, but we have 2 that we principally, promote. And one is The Lonely Eagles, which is a book that sort of gives a general overlay of
The Lonely Eagle?
Lonely Eagle. This book. And then the other is a purple book that was recently just put out, just put out last year, as a matter of fact. And this is called The Fremont Field Mutiny. This book attests to the truth of what happened to the bomb group and why it never got overseas because of the delays and delays and delays. The wording in here, there are conversations throughout the commands relative to black pilots and people, black personnel, navigators, pilots, and whatever in this organization. And during World War II, these conversations were recorded on wax drums. These things have been transcribed and they're now on microfiche in the archives at the Simpson Air University in Montgomery. And these books, this book in particular, is a book that goes into the conversations right from the record as to what these people were saying and what they thought. And things like, oh, they're pretty smart, you know. Well, you know, when you're trying to teach a hound dog new tricks, you're supposed to be smarter than the dog. Well, where shall we send them? Shall we send them to the Aleutians? No, we can't send them up there. There's nothing up there. Well, we got to send them someplace. What kind of airplanes? Shall we give them the new A-26? No, they got enough ribbons. No, they cocky enough. They come back with just a chest full of ribbons. We can't have them. And things like this are actually...
If you had a word of advice to end this for our youth, what would that be today?
To the youngsters, we say be prepared. Get yourself prepared. You do not have the right to challenge anybody for anything unless you are prepared. You're an American of African descent. There are Americans of all various ethnicities, but you are American. You're an indigenous American. You were born right here. And let nobody ever try to deny you that. Because we have a saying in our outfit that we had during the war. Never let some idiot tell you what you can or cannot accomplish in your own country.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Miller. What a word to end on. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, Commissioner of the Aviation Association, Mr. Simmons, and when to introduce
Mr. Paul Anderson. He was the first black fixed base operator here at Compton Airfair. He had a business here, first one. And Compton has been a real gem for black aviators. When we couldn't fly at no other airport, we could always fly here at Compton. And you're looking at some of the pioneers that was out here from the onset of it, which is Mr. Anderson. Right after World War II, he was able to start a business out here.
Mr. Anderson, tell us a little bit about what you did after World War II.
Well, I operated a flight training school for a number of years.
Okay.
Other than that, nothing outstanding.
Well, that is outstanding.
And he was a
It
Tuskegee
really
Airman, so tell me Tuskegee Airman.
Wow.
We've done it Tuskegee.
What year?
Well, in Tuskegee, 1944, 44 and 45.
Oh, we just met with a group in there. From,
The Tuskegee Airmen, yes, sir.
Yes. I'm sorry we missed you in there. The interview was excellent.
I haven't been in yet. I haven't been on the airport very long. I flew B-25.
Well, so it sure is nice to have you.
Yeah, see, on Saturday mornings, I teach a class to young people out at Cal State Dominguez Hill, our Excel program, called the LA Council of Black Professional Engineers. So I got here a little late. I missed my meeting.
Well, you're here. It's good. It's going to be on TV. Glad to have you.
This is going to be a local network.
Yes, the Compton Airport is going to land. If we can keep the camera on him for a while, we'll see him land here in the Compton Airport. At that time, we'll have an introduction.
Waiting down, everybody. Skydiver overhead.
Yeah, don't go past us now, come back. You can land on one of the roofs of the house.
Being down it.
Okay, everybody, you got to clap. So you really want to come down.
He just landed. It's amazing how they can direct the course in which they're taking, because we thought that he was going to pass the airport, but he brought it right back in. It was amazing. Amazing.
Miss Arsenault?
And I would like to introduce Mr. James Woods, who was one of the original Tuskegee Airmen. and he's a pilot with the Tuskegee Airmen. He went through all the hard times, and since then he's become one of the greatest builders in Los Angeles, where he's built buildings and he was an entrepreneur and helped the Broadway Savings and Loan come up. He was one of the founders of all this, and he's been a pyramid in this time, and we're very proud to have him with us.
Oh, that's it. Can we have a few?
It's so nice to have you here. When I contacted Caldwell and asked him, to make sure that got you out here, I'm so glad.
Oh, yes. And you know what? I have enjoyed this. It's been a learning experience for me, an eye-opening experience. The broad field of aviation, it's just amazing. I'm like a child out here enjoying this.
The resolution we had for you, how it was committed in the council, we have a resolution.
Oh, I have not seen. Maybe Tuesday. No, I have not seen that, but I am truly honored. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
With the relationship with Compton, how well we work together, and we want to rename the Compton Airport Woodley, Compton Woodley Airport. He's the man that is responsible for all of us black pilots to be able to
Tell us a little bit about him.
Woodley was the man who had a sign up in the end of this airport saying, and this was back in 1939, he said, this airport has been here now for 20 years and it's going to be here for another 100 years. Everybody who, regardless of race, you can come to Compton and fly. I was one of the first ones, Julian, who was the chief pilot for Ethiopian Airlines, and a lot of famous black pilots have gone through.
Would Terry Reed please come to the podium? Terry Reed. And to the right, we have our Coast Guard, U.S. Coast Guard, flying back in.
And of course, we saved this airport after it had been sold to a developer. And we, of course, one of the first times you ever had a group of pilots go down and fly over City Hall and picket an airplane. So there's a lot of history behind this airport. And being an airport commissioner, I had the opportunity to have a joint meeting with the County Planning Commission up at Plant 42, plant place.
So that this helicopter can land, because the noise is a little loud. As soon as it's down, we're going to continue the interview with Mr. Woods. Thank you. Now the helicopter has quieted down some, so now we're going to hear Mr. Woods because he has a story to tell. I think the whole community needs to be aware of.
I just left a meeting with Jack Kemp out at the Hyatt Regency in Beverly Hills. We had a private meeting with him, and being an original Tuskegee Airman, we're in uniform. I had to get up out of my seat and give my seat to an Italian prisoner of war. And I said to Jack Kemp, I've already told Newt Gingrich we will never ride in the back of the bus again. And I'm from Georgia, but we will never ride in the back of the bus again. And the fact is that we had a joint meeting with the Los Angeles County Planning Commission up at Edwards. And of course, after all the meeting was over, the colonel came into the group and escorted me out. He took me out to to his G4, and he took me up and flew me all over the area to show me the 17,000 acres. We want to move all of the cargo operation, LAX, out to that convent.
Thank you.
That was a great day.
That's great. We just want to congratulate you too. That is a victory. Thank you. Frank, you want to get
annual event, but what makes it so special is that we have a rare opportunity to hear a bugler from World War I. He's here in uniform, and I'm going to have a dear friend of mine, Mr. Sid Hallburn, tell us more about it.
Thank you very much. I'm very pleased to be here today. I was a teacher and coach for the LA City school system, starting back at Jefferson High School in the old days when it was the top sports high school in the world. And that privilege and that honor of being there and working in that area is still with me. Today I'd like to introduce my dear friend, Fred Hummer. He's the last bugler from World War I. He'll play in anything and any benefit if it helps the military. Last year he played at the funeral taps for George Burns, the very famous movie star. We're going to do a benefit show for the Los Alamitos military base next summer, and Fred will be one of the stars there. We're going to honor Bob Hope. He's looking forward to playing for Bob Hope, and he wants to play for you here today. So before I do that, would you join me in giving my dear friend, the Saint, with over 700 jumps since the 50s, still risking his life to please people, let's give him, the Saint, a real round of applause. Hey, Saint! And now, ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the last remaining bugler from World War I. He'll be 97 years old next month. And he loves to play for people. So, Fred, come on up here and let them hear you go. Ladies and gentlemen, he would like to play taps, and he asks us, in respect to all our dear departed military friends, please take your hats off, he asks, and he'll play taps in remembrance to our dear fellow veterans. Thank you.
What did you go? You got yours? All right. You gave it to him?
gentlemen, it is an honor and pleasure to be here with all you folks. You're all very nice people. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Here we have Sarah's Soul Food Restaurant. They came out to do the barbecuing. You see they have shish kebab and it looks wonderful. And the comments are that it's absolutely delicious. So this year we've got a lot more than we had last year. You see the food here? I wish y'all could have been here to enjoy all of this. Also, we have the Louisiana Catfish Restaurant over there. That's supplying catfish, fried catfish to those who are are hungry out here. Many vendors are out here, and it's absolutely wonderful. I want to thank everyone that came out, including all of the vendors who came out to put up their booths for our community. Thank you. Well, okay, we caught Mr. Saras, the owner of the restaurant here, who's actually turning over the shish kebab here. Mr. Saras, could you have a few words for the camera? I know that you have to watch this. Tell us where you're located.
We're located at 307 East Hillcrest in Inglewood.
In Inglewood, 307 East Hillcrest in Inglewood. And he's one of the owners of the restaurant, and he's one of that came out to provide the shish kebab for our community, and it is absolutely delicious. The comments have been. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Never, say never.
Today for an air show, and I want to thank everyone for an opportunity for coming out and providing. And all those who came out provided all the entertainment and all the different vendors that came out and provided the food for this affair. We've had such a wonderful participation, and I just can't express it. As I said before, I didn't know that you can improve upon great, but this is better. So each year it gets a little better in the city of Compton. We want our children to be exposed to this kind of environment, and we're going to do more of this. Thank you so much. And I said, okay, wait, get our city workers here. They have public works. And ICMS, let's introduce yourselves.
Willie Robinson, 3 Corners. James Walker Jr. Philip Lopez.
They have been working hard. They have put in a lot of energy into this air show because it took the cooperation, a collaborative effort of our city and, of course, the Black Aviation Association and all the departments that came out. And I just want to thank you so much for all the hard work that you put in here because it is a very successful show. Would you like to have a few words?
Well, I'm just glad that we were able to do it, you know, to help out with the kids and everything.
Yes, what did you think about it? Wasn't it a success? It's a wonderful year this year, isn't it?
It is.
Mr. Lopez,
yes.
What would you like to have? A few words?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Yes, we did too. I was like a kid here today. It was just wonderful. And I know this could not have happened without you. Just want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Glad we were able to do it.
This is Ms. Iris Williams, and she's a community member. She lives in the Sunny Cove project area over in the city of Compton. Ms. Williams, have you enjoyed this air show today?
Yes, I have.
Tell us a little bit about what you've seen and what you think about it. Were you here last year?
I wasn't here last year, but 2 years ago I was here. I actually found out about this in an odd way. I belong to a ski club, Snowbusters. That guy
we were supposed to get a program for the city for our youth.
That's right, I gave you information for the youth. And the guy who's over the vendor told me about it, told me about the club president. And so what I did is that I gave him information to our block club. And one of my block clubs has a booth there.
For the ski club, what kind of booth? What do they have?
He is a member of my ski club.
Number 827. Number 827. 827. You should still be here. Number 827. Are you here?
So I did, and one of them
Number 827.
Millers, and they have black art. They had figurines and they have pictures.
Yes, we saw that. Of course, yeah. And it's beautiful. The artwork over there is just absolutely beautiful.
And then I met a guy who's doing ROP. He teaches A&P, airplane and aircraft mechanic, and he was saying he really wants to get more kids involved. I met him over there. I met some Tuskegee people, and it's been really interesting. So it's been a lot of different things, right? Some of the pilots and helicopters and things like that. It's been a really wonderful experience, and hopefully it continues.
Enjoy.
That's right. And you know, I think this is what we need, especially, I keep emphasizing youth. this is especially important for our youth to expose them to every avenue of career opportunity. And you see, a lot of times, I like to keep quoting what the president of the Black Aviation Association said, Mr. Buckner. He said, you can you can tell a child about something. That's one thing. But if you actually show it and have him feel it, it becomes a reality for a career. So this is just so important for the community youth, and I'm so happy. It's just an honor to be here, be a part of this.
It was nice seeing you.
You too, Ms. Williams. You can come through this.
14 pounds. Take it. Well, the engine didn't want to act right. The pilot who's the program. As soon as we get the engine. However, the bus did not pick him up that morning, take him to the contest in Mile Square with all the other schools. So, as it stands, Georgia took first place. What this program is all about, we're going to the rest of the program. I mean, we're doing something that no other school has done in the United States. Monitor. How about we engage this class program, educational program? Very good, very good. The students sign up either as junior aeronautical engineers, where they go in depth in the aerodynamics to learn how to design the planes, and then half of them learn to fly the planes. Now, Victor, pilot, for 2 years.
United States Coast Guard. Thanks a lot. Okay. Someone's leaving in the limo. Is that Bravo?
Everybody over here!
We wanted to let you guys know we'd like to speak to you all. 1 second.
Would you do me a favor and give a little bit of applause to this lady up here who's been doing a fine job representing CBAA? I mean, she's a worker, y'all. This is a definite diva. Real quick, because I know we're closing. If you do me a favor, I am going to put the city up. I am going to say Compton. I am going to say Christ. I am going to say every citizen. And I am going to say courage. Because it took a lot to make this day happen today. And every man and woman in the uniform from Fort Carson, Colorado, give them a round of applause for protecting our freedom, our life, our country, our America, our neighborhood, if you would. When you get in those planes, that takes a lot, everybody. And hopefully you understand what everyone came out to do was to say there's other ways to live our life. This is our home. The White House is your house. Just vote. Takes money. City of Compton, our verified management here for the Compton Airport, County of LA, takes money. It takes people who believe. And for the children, and by the way, class of 8, 97, I gotta go that way. Class of 97, anybody go to school? Y'all saying too early, too late, too no homework. Raise your hands if you go to school. Come on, real quick. Good. Parents, give them a round of applause. We got them in school. Don't want to put me in school. All right. Now, let me do this real quick here. I'd like to say something else. We've got to go a little bit left. Forgive me. I remember Mr. Ron Brown, one of the finest cabinet members in our history. Yes, I'm going to bring up Tupac. What do they have in common? The right to live in America, but make America better. You can either sing it, or you can stand on the floor of Congress or the United States and make it happen. If you believe in those above, from Tuskegee, from Christmas Addicts, the first man who ever gave his life for this country, just put your hands together so they know that you believe in them up there. Now, let me have me some fun here. First of all, let me say to Mel, who's one of our fine administrative representatives, if you will, for the mayor's office, City of Compton, and the Honorable Mayor Omar Bradley. Give her a round of applause for the fine work. City of Compton Police Department. Nice job, my brother. They did a heck of a job. We thank the city. Of course, Councilman Arsenal. Now, I did this because if you knew the hours, sacrifice, time, and money that went into this, you would not believe it. Don't tell me what we can't do. Just tell me what we're going to do. Don't tell me where we can't go. Just tell me how I'm going to get there. And do not tell me I can't walk down the street of America if I had to walk in Nam. I can walk in Nam. I can walk in Compton. Day or night. If y'all don't believe that, go home, do what you do. Go to church for Attack Monday. Do it for the children. And on that note, let me do this real quick. I ain't get to do these. Yes, we tell a little money in the county. Don't nobody ask me no questions. I don't want to get there. But if you would, real quickly, these are commendations, if you will, from the County of Los Angeles to congratulate and honor some people who made this day happen for each and every one of us. Mr. Samuel C. Hart, who's your media representative for CBAA, California Black Aviation Association, Madame. There's a lady here that sometimes in the music world we go a little diva. Y'all sisters are serious, in line of love and hate. And on Saturday night, I'm not going to go to back because you got me on tape. This girl going to get her mad on Monday. But there's a lady back here that, our brothers, please don't say that we can't keep our women and we can't keep our men. Because we need to keep our families. But this lady behind me here, I'll stab her way. Because 24/7, she makes it happen every day for everybody. The incomparable, the diva, the excitement, the energy herself, Miss Activities Representative, Miss Marcella, that is Thompson. She says she's scared of me. She don't see me in Halloween. Ooh, just kidding. By the way, in Halloween, be careful with the children, right? Because I'll be out. Just kidding. To the president. Do me a favor for this man, African-American man, this American man, this man of service. Give him a round of applause for bringing an organization to Compton, to our children, to our future. The 21st century is good because a man like Monty Buckner is the president of CBAA, if you will. The president himself. And finally, thanks for your time, everybody, but do me one more favor. In November, I got to ask you to vote. But every day, for the children, make Compton stand proud. Make Compton stand proud. Is that all right with you? If Coolio can win a Grammy come from Compton, God only knows what we can do with all the resources and talent, and of course, God in our life, right? One more time. This is for the Honorable, on behalf of the County of Los Angeles, the Honorable Yvonne Patrick Burke, 2nd District, City of Compton, wants to congratulate the California Black Aviation Association for the 3rd Annual Aviation Awareness Day, an airfare for the people, for the world, for tomorrow. Thank you very much, everyone.